Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your reliable source for updates and deep dives into developments that matter most to dinar holders. If you've been waiting patiently, this may be the moment you've prepared for. An announcement from respected currency analyst Frank26 has ignited the community with a surge of confidence. According to Frank, the long-awaited revaluation of the Iraqi dinar isn't on the horizon anymore. It's happening now. His words have sent a ripple across financial circles, and confidence in the RV has reportedly reached 100%. For years, followers of the dinar have debated and speculated on when Iraq would reintroduce its currency at a higher value. Many doubted it, others held steady, and today that discussion takes a bold new direction. Frank26 points to specific signals coming out of Iraq: developments in the banking sector, shifts in government communications, and changes in international engagement, as clear evidence that the process is now in motion. This isn't just hopeful talk. It's tied to real actions unfolding in real time. To understand the impact, consider what a revaluation means. It's a government-led reset of the exchange rate, often aimed at aligning a currency's value with the country's improved financial and economic footing. If you hold 1 million Iraqi dinars and the revaluation results in a significant rate increase, that holding could potentially multiply in value. While the exact return depends on how far the rate is adjusted, even a conservative change could be life-altering. But beyond personal gain, this revaluation could signal a broader economic revival for Iraq. International investors are already paying attention, and confidence in the financial system is rising fast. Frank26 has highlighted several core indicators backing his confidence. Iraqi banks are adjusting their protocols to align with new currency policies. Communication between the Central Bank of Iraq, the Iraqi government, and global financial entities has intensified, and the tone of these messages has shifted from speculative to strategic. Business councils like the Iraq-Britain Business Council are now exploring how an RV could shape trade agreements and long-term growth, which is not something that happens in the absence of credible signals. So why now? Why does 2025 feel different? The answer begins with oil. Iraq sits on one of the world's largest oil reserves, and over the past 6 months, global oil prices have risen sharply. With that comes increased national revenue. When a country's economic engine is stronger, its currency typically strengthens to match. Iraq's reform efforts, improving infrastructure, stabilizing governance, and expanding global relations, are all moving in tandem with this energy revenue boost. These fundamentals support the case for a revaluation grounded in real economic growth. Public trust in the dinar is also reaching new highs. According to community sentiment in Frank26's reporting, belief in the revaluation has never been stronger. That kind of collective conviction can influence the direction of both private and public institutions. When confidence grows, investments increase, banking engagement rises, and a nation's financial systems begin to take shape with renewed momentum. Frank26 emphasized that what sets this moment apart is the alignment between government actions, financial system readiness, and international positioning. For the first time in years, the Central Bank of Iraq appears to be preparing infrastructure not with vague optimism, but with real tools. They're modernizing financial systems, updating exchange protocols, and working behind the scenes to synchronize with international standards. This is not posturing. It's the kind of foundational change that suggests the revaluation isn't a matter of if anymore. It's about timing. Major institutional investors have started tracking Iraq more closely. These are the firms that don't gamble. They study policy, monitor signals, and act only when they see enough convergence to suggest something big is coming. The fact that these groups are beginning to prepare, some even building models around the RV, is a major shift. It means Iraq is no longer just a discussion topic in niche financial forums. It's on the radar of the global economic stage. The same pattern is emerging within Iraq. Local businesses, trade chambers, and development councils are actively planning for what a revalued dinar might mean. From export pricing models to internal wage systems, the conversation has shifted from someday to soon. Add to this the strengthening of Iraq's ties with economic powers like China, Russia, and the European Union, and it's clear that Iraq is setting up for international integration. These relationships aren't just symbolic, they're trade-heavy, resource-driven, and currency-relevant. Frank26 also touched on comparisons often drawn between the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong. While both are considered undervalued, Iraq's trajectory is more urgent. Vietnam's economy has grown gradually and consistently, supported by cautious monetary policy. In contrast, Iraq's momentum is fueled by recovery. The urgency, oil revenue, and geopolitical relevance make the dinar a different type of opportunity, one that may move sooner than its Southeast Asian counterpart. Recent activity from brokers and dealers supports that view. There's been a notable shortage in dinar supply among many dealers, suggesting increased demand. That's not marketing, it's math. When more people try to buy than sell, shortages happen. That trend, combined with improving credit ratings and growing foreign reserves, gives us a near-textbook environment for currency appreciation. Technology is another critical pillar of this moment. Iraq has been pushing hard to digitize its financial systems. Online banking, cybersecurity upgrades, mobile payment systems, and more. This digital shift is important not just for domestic progress, but also for foreign investors who demand transparency and efficiency. The central bank has taken real steps to connect Iraq's economy with global standards that gives any future exchange rate more credibility in the eyes of international markets. Even the political backdrop is playing its part. Iraq is now viewed as a more stable and balanced voice in the Middle East. Tensions with neighboring states have eased, and the country is increasingly acting as a neutral trade partner rather than a conflict zone. This perception shift builds confidence, something currency markets depend on. Of course, Frank26 cautions that even with momentum, wise investors move with discipline. Emotional decision-making, chasing rumors, or acting without verification are mistakes. Instead, this is a time for preparation. Make sure your holdings are secure, your paperwork is in order, and your financial strategy is clear. The RV may be unfolding in stages, and the best outcomes will go to those who are ready, not just optimistic. To everyone in the community, whether you've held 1 note or 1 million, this may be the beginning of the payoff you've patiently waited for, but be strategic. Avoid hype, verify everything. And remember, this is about more than wealth. It's about reclaiming trust in a currency that could soon represent a revitalized nation. Thank you for being with us at Iraqi Dinar News. If you found this update helpful, subscribe now, turn on notifications, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Have you made your preparations? What are your plans if the RV becomes official? We're reading every comment and look forward to covering this historic moment with you in the days ahead. Until next time, stay informed, stay calm, and stay ready